Dear learners, welcome back to the Unit 4 Web Planning and Web Analytics. So far, we have known the basics of digital marketing, we have understood what CRM is and what is its importance in digital marketing. We have recently, in the third unit, covered what is e-commerce, and now we shall see, in order to use all of this thing, the platforms that we use, the websites, how it has to be well managed, right? How do we design it? And how do we use various analytics tools in order to understand how our website is performing. So let's see. Firstly, in order to move ahead with all of the topic that is mentioned, let's understand the importance of web design and why so much of emphasis is being given to web designing. Firstly, identify your target audience, appropriate website tone and goal. Now, for example, if my brand color is blue and white, right, and I am someone who is dealing into dairy product, and my target audience are people who are consuming a lot of dairy products time to time, or maybe some of the small vendors who want to associate with me, I have to ensure that my brand color or the brand identity that I put up into website gives them the same essence. Landscape. Think through how would you like your website to able to function. More specifically, what features you want in your site. Now, for example, if I am someone who is listing furnitures, right? I am a person who have a shop locally into the city where I am selling furnitures exclusively built out of the wood that is available only in that particular region, and I am promoting that, right? And my target audience is confined to my local surrounding. Now, what do I do is when I'm listing that particular product, I choose what all function I want. Do I want the people to click on that product and add it to cart and also make the payment? So I integrate payment gateway as well. Or I only want people to go there, click on the product, and if they want to buy the product, they submit their details. There is an inquiry form. The moment they click on it, I receive the data, I call them, and then I understand their queries, and then I give the product or service they are looking forward to the concerned people. So it is completely upon that particular business entity or an individual who is designing that particular website that what all functions they want to add. Now, for example, you are an IT professional. You have recently developed a particular game, right? Now, you want that when a particular person is coming to your website, that gaming platform, they get an opportunity, they get an advantage to play that particular game for 30 seconds, right? The moment they get engrossed, if they want to continue, you give them an CTA, whether if they want to continue playing with this game. If yes, they pay a particular amount in order to proceed, or maybe in order to proceed, they view an ad, or in order to proceed, they subscribe to your particular channel. So these are some of the things which you can put or navigate in your website. Moving ahead, aesthetics. Again, dear learners, understand everything we put up in digital platform doesn't catch our eye, right, or our user's eye, because already you should understand this thing that we are already consuming so much of data. We are continuously shifting our focus from one page to another because we are continuously looking for certain information for personal needs, for business needs, or maybe it is the need of our job that we are doing, right? So when do you feel that you stop and your eyes catches an attention to a specific thing? Only when that particular organization, business or individual is putting a content that is standing out, right? So that is nothing but aesthetic. Whenever you're putting your content up in your personal page or for your business, you should always consider that it looks good, it looks fresh, and it is not too hard or harsh to the eye of your viewer. Rather, it is simple, decent, plain, yet eye-catchy. Navigation. Now, navigation plays a very important role. You might have designed a beautiful website, but when an individual is coming to that page, they are not finding any kind of buttons or any kind of command as to how they move ahead with your website. There are no prompts. They want to contact you, but they are unable to find your contact us page. Where do they click? They want to subscribe to your channel, but there is no prompt or there is no CTA for subscribing to your button. There is no call to action. They want to drag a particular product into the cart, but that is not working. So your navigation into the web also plays a very important role, because if the user experience is broken and they are not satisfied with the result that you are providing them through your website, they would not come to your page, no matter how beautiful or aesthetically designed it is. If I come to your landing page in order to buy certain gifts, and that holds a very important occasion for which I am making this particular purchase, I have seen that there are bouquets, there are gifts, I can customize certain things, reason why I landed to your page. But the moment I want to add certain things on the cart and move ahead, there is blockage, there is no payment way integrated. So that means you are destroying my user experience. And when are you doing it? When I, as a user, I'm looking forward to make a purchase for a very special occasion. So do you think I will be someone who will consider your brand or your website altogether for my second purchase? The answer is no, right? Because my experience in the very first thing has been hampered. So these are certain things which you need to keep an eye on. Now, when I talk about web analytics, what do I mean? You can see the entire dashboard behind me, right? You get to see that how all this information is there. You find ample amount of data, right? You get to see the geography, you get to see how many people are engaged with. These are nothing but various data sets which are being collected and being visually produced to you in such a way that it is easy for you to understand and analyze. This is the crux of web analytics. But what it means by definition for you, as mentioned in your syllabus, we shall quickly have a look on it. So as per the definition, it is the analysis, collection, measurement and reporting of internet generated user data set for the purpose of, better understanding and utilizing it for your further strategies. Why does your business need analytics? Dear learners, this is not the first time that we are talking about data, reporting, analytics, right? Earlier, when in the second unit, when I was talking about CRM and how data are being used for better reporting and analytics, this is something similar what you will be hearing right now from me. It helps you to understand, how your business is actually performing based on this, because you have to make a lot of decision in order to grow your business. And how do you do that? For that you need data. For that you need to analyze those data and come to a conclusion. Here, as mentioned, successful startups and small businesses track and record many metrics in order to understand what they are doing and currently in what stage they are standing. You might have received a lot of funds. You have invested 50% of them on advertising. But did you receive the result that you were supposed to yield after expending that 50% of your funds that you have received? How do you know that? You know it by analyzing the data that you have received. Data like if you have done a marketing campaign, from which campaign users have come to your website, in which page they have stayed more, what was the bounce rate. And as I move ahead, I shall explain you the rest in detail. Moreover, it is almost impossible to identify where your money is being wasted or not. So with the help of this analytics, you understand, because here there is no manipulation. Wherever you are investing, however it is performing, exact data of the same is being visually represented to you, as I have shown in the slide earlier, the reports that you get in the form of dashboard. Turn to be told, the majority of marketers use their so-called gut feeling and intuition to make key marketing decision. So now you need not go to your gut feeling for making marketing decision. However, you have the right data set on real time. You see how things are moving ahead, where there is a scope to work, where you can improvise, or if something is moving well ahead, how do you optimize it for your own benefit? Although you are always advised to follow your gut feeling, you cannot simply just ignore analytics and go ahead, right? So understand, business without analytics is something, as it is being stated, that you are trying to light something at the very extreme dark side, right? So you need certain things in order to make that light glow more. And here, in terms of digital marketing, if we want to have a better scope of work, if we want to generate more benefits, more revenues, drive more sales, create more brand awareness, generate more leads, we need to keep an eye on our analytic reports. We need to keep an eye on our data set that is available with us. Moving ahead, how does website analytics work? Marketers use an analytics tools that help them to count each time a user clicks on the website. Right now, understand, our website is being listed not only organically through our domain name. Now, for example, my domain name is, it is an example, www.rakhighosh.com. So this is the first way where, if someone is looking up for Rakhi Ghosh, my domain name comes up, they click on it and they get through my website and they visit it. However, is this the only way they can reach out to Rakhi Ghosh or reach out to my website? No, right? There are other listing. So we have third-party listing that we do for, off-page submission we do. There are social media through which we try to optimize things, right? So I want to understand that now in a month I have 1,000 people coming in my website, right? I want to know this 1,000 people are coming from where. So it is through analytics that I get an idea, so much so I can further classify that, from which geography they are coming. Is it from India, from Indonesia, from Sri Lanka, Canada, Nepal, whatsoever? I also get an idea what are their age group. Not only this, your analysis is not confined to 2-3 parameters. However, you can add different filters and see who your viewers or visitors are. And it shall help you in a tremendous way to understand, in fact, which page of yours is working more for you and from which page, your people are exiting. Gathering all necessary information like your geographic location, just now as I've mentioned, browser used, is it from Google, is it from Bing, Yahoo, and devices across website via IP address. Now you see, having understood that from which device your users are coming more, you understand where, which segment of the society is consuming more of the content that you are delivering. Whether it is from phones or it is from laptop, it helps you to classify which is the segment who is consuming your content and who are coming to you, right? At what time usually you have more traffic. On the other hand, web analytics use cookies for tracking individual sessions and for determining the repeat visitors from the same web browser. Now, also, it is one of a beautiful tool, you would say, that, with the help of web analytics, you get to understand that, how many visitors are coming. As I've told you, right, we give the permission to various sites to use our cookies, right? The moment we say yes, they tend to see our frequency of visiting that particular website. Now, why is it being done? So when that particular organization does any kind of remarketing, they use that cookie data, and you would see that, the website you visited earlier in order to source certain kind of information is now showing you ads as well, right? So now you consider yourself in the place of an advertiser or marketer. See how much benefit you are going to get from it, right? Because now you know that this is a set of viewers who comes to you, and they spend so much time on your website, and they look up to things, whatever is listed out there, and you can immediately use that information for your campaigns, for accelerating your sales, your revenues, etc. Data that you can generate with web analytics. So from campaign data, what all things you get? You get an information which keyword search resulted site visit, right? So now see, there might be multiple campaigns that you are doing for which you have to bid on certain keywords, right? So when you bid on certain keywords, you want to know which keyword worked well for you, you have the data with you. So immediately when you study the campaign with the report, you get a section, see that this was the keyword for which there has been searches, more searches, and for which our campaign was shown up. And not only the campaign was shown up, people has interacted the most with the help of that particular keyword. Which web pages referred the most traffic? Now, see, understand, when we have a particular website, it is not that we have only one page, right? We have different sections. We have the home page, we have about us page, we have product page, we have services page, and many more, like say contact us page, privacy policy page, some information that we really want our viewers or prospects to see from. Now, how do you understand that people are consuming which portion of your content from your website? So, those data is also available with the help of website analytics. Which campaign drove the most traffic? Dear learners, understand, when I talk about campaigns, I mean that I am investing money in order to promote a particular campaign. So is it not my duty to understand if my campaign is running well or not? Because if I'm investing 50K for a particular campaign and I am, the conversion ratio is 0, not even 1%, that means I am wasting my money. So when the campaign is up, certain things I need to keep an eye on. And one of this is to know if the campaign is deriving traffic in my website or not. If it is not able to do it, I have to see why it is not. What is the optimization score? Whether the keywords that I have put up is really getting much traffic or not. Why there is no click-through rates. So these are some of the analytics that we get here. Last but not the least, we get an idea of the campaign medium breakdown, like social media versus email marketing. So obviously I'm not doing a campaign only in a particular platform. If I'm doing Google Ads, I cannot say that for that matter I shall not open a Facebook business page or Instagram business page. I have to, right? Because I have to create my business visibility or brand visibility intact. So the source of traffic that I receive, is it because of the campaign that I am doing through this particular Google ads, or is it also because of the ads that I am running through Facebook, Instagram, or the email marketing campaign that I am doing in order to nurture leads? So this specific data will be available with you with the help of web analytics, and through which you also get to understand if your website is healthy or not, how well it is performing. If you see an unhealthy website or a web page, you can immediately work on it and optimize it before more tolls are taken on it. Moving ahead, audience behavior. As I've told you, whenever we are receiving data, we are understanding how our customer, consumer, prospects or leads are behaving when they are interacting with our digital media platforms or digital assets that is available in online for them to consume. Through web analytics also we get to understand our audience's behavior. We understand the bounce rate. Now understand, if there is high bounce rate, that means it is an alert sign for you that you need to work on your content of your web page. If the person is coming to your website, however, they are immediately exiting and not spending a particular duration, the bounce rate tends to go up. If it exceeds a certain percentage, that means you need to work on the entire concept of yours. Number of page per visit. You might have 10, 11 pages. And however, for you as a business, even single page of yours makes a lot of sense to you. But you get an idea page per visit, those 11 pages, which page is working more. Through this, you get an idea what kind of audience is coming to you. Now, for example, if you are an institute, let's take an example of DY Patil Online Institute, wherein we are, promoting what all things. We are promoting our MBA program, BBA program, our certification programs, right? Now, I see when I analyze those spaces that traffic is more in the online MBA page. Now, what idea do I get? I get an idea that people here are engaging more with DY Patil online brand for availing online MBA program. Now, with this also I get an idea that I need to work on the content of my online BBA and certification program, right? So these kind of minute things you as a marketer or an organization can do provided you get this kind of data sets or your audience behavior. Length of time spent per visit. So when a particular, and I'm talking about unique visits, understand there are different kind of visits that you receive in your website. There are unique viewers and there are repetitive users, right? So when a unique visit is coming to your website, how much time he or she is actually being in your website? What is its behavior? When it's coming to your home page, how much time is it spending? Is it scrolling your page? From home page, is it going to some other page which is interconnected to your home, or they're directly exiting from that page, or they are going to your social media page? You understand an entire trail of how your audience behave when they are on your website. Frequently visited pages. Now you understand that not only how many users come to your page, you also understand that out of those 11 pages, which are the pages in which people are engaging more and more on timely basis. Common exit page. Now common exit page is also something, an alert sign for you to understand that this is the page where an individual comes when they are visiting your website. From here they exit your page or they shut down the website of yours, right? So for that, what you can do, obviously we understand that when an individual comes to your website, they would not be staying in your website for their lifetime. Sometime they have to exit. But to understand which is that page from which usually an individual prefers to go back gives you an idea, right? If it is a contact us page, then well and good, because they have studied your entire website, and contact us page is the page from where they trigger the contact details and they leave. However, if it is from the page where you have put lot of information, their bounce rate is also more and people are not staying there, that is a red alert for you. You need to quickly mend this and work on your optimization part. Moving ahead, common landing pages. Also with this, you get to see which are the pages, based on the keyword that an audience is looking forward to in their search engine result page, in the SERP pages, whether it is in Google, Yahoo or different search engine. Through this keyword, which pages they are engaging more with and which pages, usually people are landing up on. Yes? And what kind of audience data you receive. So the data in the dashboard that I previously shown you, you get to see all these dynamics. The country from where the viewer is, their age and their profession. You get to see the unique number of the visitors that are coming to you. Also the number of visits that you are receiving on a daily basis, weekly basis, hourly basis, yearly basis. Returning and new customer ratio, you get all of these insights from web analytics. What devices they are using in order to interact with your website, whether it is mobile phones, tablets, Mac, or it is a laptop, all of this information. What browsers they use. So you have an idea, right? If you see most of the people are coming from Google, then you would spend more money on Google campaign, right? But if this happens that most of the users are coming from Yahoo or Bing, then you need to tweak your strategy. You have to promote where? In Bing and Yahoo. So these are the analytics that would help you to optimize your campaign and make it more useful for your campaign to yield better results. Not all matrices are equal, like email open rates, right? Social media likes, view counts, blog post views. So these all vary from each other. They do not align because there are multiple avenues and they are all dynamic from each other. Metrics that you need to focus on when you are studying those web analytics reports. The bounce rate. As I've told you, if the bounce rate is higher, it is a high alert sign. That means something is wrong and you need to fix it. Engagement. How much of engagement audience is making with your website. Conversion rate. If you have set a goal, are you actually achieving that goal? Like if the goal was to generate lead, people are going to your landing page, but are they really registering it? If not, you need to work on it. Leads, as I've told you the example right now. Exit pages. Now in exit pages, always ensure that being a marketer, you do not keep it raw and empty. However, in exit pages too, you give an call to action. Thank you for your submission. You can now visit to our website, or you can visit to this particular or you can connect with us in our social media pages. And with this, I come to the end of this particular session. I hope you have understood the importance of web planning design, and we shall meet in the next unit. Happy learning.